set up the music. Okay, cool. So let me set up the music real quick and set my levels, because I know that last week, excuse me, last week we had a couple of people coming in and saying that, hey, you know, we enjoyed the stream, but we want to see more equilibrium between the audio and everything. So let's go. Oh, they've updated their website. Fantastic. All right, stream music. Hit play. There we go. And that should probably be good. Let me know if the audio is coming in like way too high and overpowering my voice. I have reset everything, so it should be good, but you never know. You never know. All right, so tonight we are going to be working on my first female character ever. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. So we're going to basically create the base mesh, and then, you know, maybe we'll do some. We'll create the base mesh. Definitely get into some sculpting, and we'll see where we go from there. Maybe we'll create the clothing if we have enough time, depending on how my female anatomy sculpting is. So, Maddie Salonen, welcome to the stream. Hope everything is good. Thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by and choosing to hang out for a little bit tonight. Okay, I'm not sure why the audio does that, but there we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the character sculpting here. I guess I can, well, let's just go ahead and delete the lamp and the camera. That's not really important. And this is Ginge, so we'll go ahead and name our object here. And let's jump over to the modeling workspace and make our base mesh. So can't drop any reference images in here, not tonight at least. So, and I should let you guys know, I did upgrade to Blender 2.3 or 2.83. So some of the hotkeys are going to be a little different. There's some more tools when we get into sculpting that I haven't found yet. So I just made that change earlier today because somebody asked me for some hotkey help, and I know absolutely nothing about it, so it's going to be great. We'll see what else has changed. But this part is still the same. So let's go ahead and we will add a mirror modifier, a skin modifier, and a subdivision surface modifier. That goes ahead and gives us our middle point here, and we'll extrude off to the hips. Come back, click into the middle, and extrude up on the Z-axis. And then let's select that middle vertex there and mark that as the root on our skin modifier. All right, I can basically close that down now. So there's where we've got. Let's go ahead and generate out this hip section. All right, and you know what? Let's go ahead and just take this up a little bit further. Something like that, and then E and extrude off a shoulder joint. That's probably fine. Okay, I'm gonna try a little bit of a different way of creating our base mesh tonight. So we're just gonna see how that goes. Definitely do a little bit of Pixaring. And I don't particularly care if the space in between here. Let's go ahead and we can shrink that down, and there we go. All right, and we have the beginning of our apple bottom woman. Or I guess this is a pear shape, I suppose. All right, cool. So then we can pull that up. There's our neck. That's weird. I thought I had turned clipping on. Apparently not. But there we go. So they're all locked in place. Perfect. Let's go ahead and kind of move this forward a little bit. Okay, so this actually isn't too bad, but let's just make sure that the head is, roughly the same size. So we got 2 of the head, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, that is not proportional. Oh, let's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and a half. Cool. Just want to get these body proportions right, because this is, like I said, this is my very, very first female character. Here we go. 2, 3, 4 puts us at the hips. Okay, cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The hips need to drop down here, right about there, and then let's take these down to right about there. And the knees should be right about 2 heads up. So right about here. That's pretty close. Yeah. Create some feet. That's fine. Don't you just love spam calls? Hope you guys are having a great night or day, depending on what time it is in your time zone. All right, there we go. Cool. All right, where are we at? So if the knees are roughly there, that means we can pop these hips up a bit. Pull those out. Yeah. All right, we'll get in here. Where's the mesh? No, what is it? Edge. And subdivide. Looking great so far. Well, thanks, Ollie. thanks. Okay, actually, before we move everything up, I guess I'll go ahead and finish out creating the arms and stuff. There we go. That'll get us some of the rounding to create the a rounded back and feel. Because I'm not trying to create a photoshopped. Definitely not trying to create a photoshopped woman here. Okay, and then for the shoulder widths, I'm trying to find the head. It's basically two heads, like two heads wide. Yeah. Cool. So shoulder to shoulder. There we go. And then the elbow should stop at the third head. So here-ish. And then we give another head-ish like that. Yeah, okay, and then we have one more. The whole hand will be another head. So go ahead and just keep in mind that that's going to be two of those blocks going down. Okay, so yeah, that looks pretty good, I guess. The hips are going to be roughly that same width. I say roughly, but let's go ahead and grab all of that. Just move it out on the x-axis a little bit. But we add a subdivision in here. Yeah, do we see basic woman shape? Kind of, I guess. All right, let's tweak this thing from the side now. So we'll go back to wireframe. And right about the knees, we'll go ahead and slightly move that forward. Because we can kind of move this back. Oh, I guess I need to go up a little higher. Kind of move that back just a bit so her feet are positioned directly under her hips. The knees are slightly forward. There we go. Just change this to active element. Yeah, there we go. That should be okay. If you guys who are watching have any genre requests for the ambient music that we've got playing in the background, let me know. And as long as I can get it on, you know, that genre, we should be good. Okay. But if you're one of those people that are like, dude, you're live streaming, get rid of the music. I say nay to you, good sir. All right, we are definitely gonna have to pull that chin out for sure, but I think this is good. Ah, Mr. Campos or Miss Campos, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. Welcome to the Beard Battalion. All right, so we've got basically everything marked out properly, so we can go ahead and just move this up a little bit. And I want to move it up so that the point of origin is at the feet here. So that way, you know, when I scale, I can scale the whole object rather than having from the point of origin rather than having to scale it from anywhere else. Excuse me. Now, you may notice that I did not follow what I said in my character course, where we have an edge loop running all the way around. And the reason for that is that with this character, I'm going to sculpt and then create the clothing separately. So I'm not actually going to be pulling anything apart here. And so because of that, like having just a solid base mesh is going to be good enough. So let's go ahead and create a backups collection here. And then let's finalize any changes that we want to make to the mesh itself. Like, for example, making the neck thinner. That's better. That definitely makes her look more feminine, for sure. Maybe pull the arms in a bit. Just a bit. Something like that, I think, will probably be good. Yeah. And I wonder, that's probably fine. We'll get in there with butt muscles and everything. So that gap will disappear as we go. So, okay, cool. I think I'm good with this base. I think our hips are a little wide. So let's go ahead and shrink those down a bit and move them in. And I think that's definitely better. Definitely better. We went a little too Pixar at the beginning. And let's go. Let's add in a subdivision here for the neck. Yeah, there we go. That's going to give us a better bend around. Hey, Sysith, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. All right, and I don't want to get any Tech Hobby. Thanks for subscribing. Appreciate it. Welcome to the channel. I don't know if you're in the live stream or not, but thanks anyways. And I just want to get the base mesh like good before we go any further, because having an improper base mesh is more trouble than it's worth. So, all right, I think I'm good with this. That's fine. So now we can hit Shift D, duplicate that, and move that now to the backups collection, and we can just turn off that backups collection, so we're good. All right, and then apply the mirror, then the skin, then the subdivision surface modifier, and it's time to get into female body sculpting. This is gonna suck. I know where my abilities lie. So let's go ahead and head over to the sculpting menu, turn on dynamic topology, and ooh, they have definitely changed up some junk. Great. So brush detail, smooth shading or not. Cool. Did they move everything again? Balls, man. You know, I gotta say, I hate how the Blender devs keep changing things up. Like, going from Blender 2.82 to 2.83 shouldn't result in me, you know, missing a ton of things or not being able to find new stuff. So, I don't know. What you gonna do? All right, so what we're gonna do is kind of go over this and lightly inflate everything so that we can get some more mesh density in here. And we changed it over to brush detail, so that way we can increase or decrease the size of the mesh by increasing or decreasing the size of our brush. Okay, we're gonna have to just go ahead and start pulling this down. She's gonna have a donk. There you go. Just like that. It's gonna start us out. Go back to that inflate brush. I'm doing okay, Sai. It's been good. Things have been a little crazy here lately. But that hasn't, like, directly impacted me. It's just kind of been, like, the world has been crazy. And I think I spend a little too much time on Reddit, so I feel the craziness a little bit more than I probably should. But things are good. Things are good. Just the normal junk, you know? Started working on a light novel recently, as in I mean, like 2 days ago. I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna write a light novel. I've never written anything in my life, but I'm gonna write a light novel. I've watched a lot of anime. I can do it. It can't be that hard. All right, cool. So I get that in there. And then, oh, let's get this. I don't want to look at this. Let's create for ourselves a realistic or a decently shaped head. Oh, we've added some new brushes, or have we just changed the things? I think they've just changed. What's the difference between thumb and clay thumb? I don't know. I don't know what the difference is there. That's not. Oh, I guess it's probably a combination of clay strips and the thumb brush. Here. Hold on. Let's turn off the radius by whatever. Oh my word. Rodeska, don't you come in here and... Actually, no, come in here and tell me what I'm doing wrong. Because you are the king of female anatomy. At least in my book. I can't do this junk. This is first time, so we'll see how it goes. Hey, Scaredy, welcome to the stream. This is your character. Oh, man. I hope you're not offended. at what I create. This is the first time I've ever done a female character. Scaredy, you can't hear me, but I'll DM you when it's done. Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know. You're dang excited about it. Good. I hope so. I hope you will be. I've started actually, so I told you I was doing an animation. So for those of you who are new and like, we're just kind of like, why is Pinkbeard writing a light novel? Well, I've actually got a plan for a series of animations that like I want to do. And it's just like, you know, something you got to do. Oh my goodness. No. Let's pull that up. There we go. That's a butt. It's definitely a butt. There we go. All right, well, we'll get in here and fix this out a little bit. Rodeska, how do you, you know, how do you start your base meshes for your female characters? Do you create a new one each time, or do you have a set base mesh that you use because you've done so many? Oh yeah, I need to get rid of this song. Let's get that out of there. Yeah. There we go. When you're practicing anatomy, you created one each time, but now that you're more knowledgeable, you have your own basement. Okay. That makes sense. Gosh, I am probably going to have to redo your character like 3 or 4 times, Scaredy. I am sorry. But, you know, I'll let you know. I'm actually kind of okay with that. I'm so used to sculpting male characters that, like, let's sculpt a female becomes, let's mess up female anatomy. Oh, vey. This is gonna suck, guys. This is honestly, here's the thing. You know, don't be embarrassed about what you sculpt, because, you know, you can't get better if you don't sculpt bad stuff. That's what we're gonna go with. Yeah. All right. Let's kind of push these in a little bit. Now, here's the cool thing. These are gonna be under armor. So, like, even if I like absolutely destroy these tatas, it's gonna be okay. ain't nobody gonna see them till the beach episode. And at that point, I'll probably have fixed it. So. Alright, let's give her a collarbone. Let's get in here with the scrape brush, scrape this away. Oh, that's not too bad. let me mask this butt real quick just so you can't. Oh. Just so you really can't see. If we just black it out, it'll be fine and I don't have to worry about it for right now. Oh, female anatomy. I should take an anatomy course. Like, I'm done with college, but I really should go and try to take an anatomy course. Always remember, it'll look awful at first, but with time and care, you can always make it look amazing. That's true. Thanks for the encouragement, Rodeska. Just, it's okay to suck sometimes, you know? Like, what was it, Jake from Adventure Time? Sucking at something is the first step to being sort of good at something? Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and say not bad for my first female anatomy ever. Oh, here's a real problem. What is it? Alt M to clear a mask. Here's a real problem that I've noticed. Like, if I'm looking for, you know, the female anatomy, which you know I am. Grab the elastic deform brush. You know, and I go to Bing or I go to, you know, Google Images or whatever, and I'm like, hey, let me get that female anatomy, right? What I found is a whole bunch of photoshopped female anatomy. Like, that's the reference images you get. And so I'm like, well, I don't know anybody's back that is that curved. Like, I don't know anybody whose butt sticks out that far naturally. Is that real or is that Photoshop? And basically all the anatomy references that I found are like the exact same thing with that. So that was kind of annoying. I don't know if that's just a problem based off what I searched or if that's just how things are. Time to go to life drawing classes? Dude, I should take drawing classes in general, Time Bandit. Welcome to the stream, by the way. I can't draw to save my life. Like, if someone was like, scanned 3D, that's brilliant. Why didn't I think of that? Because I'm dumb. Okay, so the big problem, I guess, with this character right now, based off what I'm looking at for my reference, is... Oh, my hair is just crazy. So these legs are kind of too fat, so let's smooth those down a bit. If you want a resource book about anatomy, there is Anatomy for Sculptors. Okay, I saw that on Amazon a while back. I was gonna pick it up, and then my wife was like, "You are never gonna use that book," and I was like, "I totally will." And then she gave me that look, and you know, if you're married, you get that look, and you're like, "Okay, I'll just listen," you know. But I should have bought it. I should have bought it. All right, maybe let's turn on smooth sculpt. Smooth shading. Kind of show us how it goes. The Kindle version, you can save like $40. Have it on your Kindle digital app. Yeah, I would buy the paper book. I would buy the paper book. So, you know, I don't have any problem spending the money, I guess. I just here. Okay, and then cool, they didn't. How much muscle is too muscly? Okay, let me look that up. Probably should use Ronda Rousey, I suppose. I feel like that would be a good... I guess actually any MMA woman is probably the body type that I think this character is going to have. So I'll use them for muscle references. Okay. Now just to find one. Yeah, there we go. That's probably fine. Maybe she's a little more muscly than I thought. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. Definitely. Let's get in here and get in here and fix this. Okay, yeah, her trap muscles. I guess that's what they're called, the lat muscles. The lat muscles don't stick out too far on Rhonda. The problem, I think, is that I don't know what, realistically swinging a two-handed weapon would do for your body. Not to mention that that's the first thing that I'm creating with a female character. And I think, you know what, that's probably a good thing, because my male anatomy is pretty good. So a muscular female is definitely something. Let's take this crease up. Definitely something I think I'm okay with, or at least better at. There we go, that's pretty smooth. Yeah, and you know what? Let's go ahead and just... I don't want to scale those. That is probably enough. This is right about the time that YouTube would come in and be like, that's inappropriate, and shut down the stream. But I think we'll be okay, probably, because we're not going to get too much, really any more detailed than that. But I think, are those up too high? I don't think so. Yeah, I think those actually might be the right height. Maybe a little lower. Maybe, the right height probably for a bra, but if we were to take this lower, that's probably okay. That's probably fine. All right, cool. Let's go face sculpt, because I'm a little bit better, I think, at that. Even though women faces, just in general, female faces are harder to sculpt for me, so we'll see how we do. Try to keep soft features. Could also go for a body like the new Lara Croft games. Ah, that's true. That would be a good. That would be a good reference. Okay, I think, yeah, that's probably close. Oh, I'm so sorry, Scaredy. I'm so sorry. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. Like, I don't want to mess this up. But at the same time, if I'm honest with myself, the male characters are probably going to look better. Alright, let's go back over to layout here. Just take a look at our woman. And let's go ahead and add in some eyes. So what do you mean these are good for reference? Like, what do you exactly mean by they're good for reference? Oh, I guess it didn't. Here, let me... I didn't even... Yeah, I didn't see the link. Yeah, the link didn't come through, and I didn't even get a notification that it sent. So try again. Okay. It's going to be in the Discord, everyone, if you are paying attention to the chat or watching this at a later point. Go check the Discord, and it's probably going to be in the 3D art section or 3D modeling section. Nope, he put it in the general section. That's fine. Ah, okay. Brilliant. I will add that to the info after the stream, or add to the resources section at the top at the end of the stream. These are good. Huh. I will definitely need to pick that up. Cool. Thanks for that, Rodeska. Can't recommend it in the stream, but definitely go check that out, especially if you want to sculpt. Ooh. It's looking like a man again. Oh. Wonder if that's just because of the harsh edges there. It definitely looks a little bit more androgynous now. But we'll see. This is why you started with females, because they're so hard to sculpt. Yeah, I probably should have taken a page out of your book and done that. But I guess I just wanted to sculpt the easy stuff to get into it. So okay, so let's do some light clay strips going around the top here. I don't want to give her deep set brows. But we'll come in it with a cheekbone here. Or what's wrong with the tip? Getting some weird resistance. Thought I'd taken pretty good care of my equipment, but apparently. I mean, kind of looks female. Kinda. There we go. We got the bone of the nose there. I like the cute little upturned. Oh, cute little noses. Why are you so hard to sculpt? Oh, that does not look cute. That looks like a pig nose, is what that looks like. That does not look cute. So what can we do to cuten it? Kind of bring these down a bit, probably. Push that in a little bit. Okay. I know the problem. The problem was I was looking at a reference too far away. I needed to get up close. So, looking at this from underneath, the nose is too pointed. So let's widen out the base a little bit and push in the point so it's a more gentle slope. Yeah, we will have this fixed in no time. I'm hoping. I'm hoping. All right. It's like halfway there. It's like halfway there. It's just not... I'm not sure really what it is. I think the nostrils are flared out too much. So with that change... that's actually better. That is kind of cute. Kinda. There's still a tiny problem with the tip of the nose. I think we can fix that pretty easily by just trying to round it out a bit and then smooth that down. Okay, that's not too bad, I don't think. Then I gotta create the oval. of the eyes. So we can go ahead, pull these cheekbones out just a bit, not too much. Smooth all of that. But then we got to create the ovals for the eyes. So you know what? I wonder if I made the eyes more oval shaped, if that would help. That just looks alien. But I wonder if this will help out. Because the eye will actually look like an eye instead of just a sphere. Max Matthews, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Hello. Alright, so just gonna get in here and sculpt in the top of the eyelid. And then we're going to pull that eye mesh out and down. Actually, I suppose we could pull the entire. There we go. Okay. There we go. We're just going to pull. All right. I mean, I do have some eye pouches here. That's... Excuse me. Yeah, that's nice. That's coming together nicely, I suppose. Man, I just do not have the time to sculpt like I used to. Or like I want to, rather. Pesky job. What would you guys do? I know there's 9 of you in here or so. What would you guys do if you didn't have to work your job? What would you try to do if money wasn't an option or wasn't an issue? You would do Unity, like game development, all day? Max says he would work on his personal project, chill with friends and family. Yeah. I feel that. I would love to get back into Unity. Honestly, I would love to be able to... This is true. This is truth. I would love to be able to quit my software job and do Twitch and YouTube, like art streaming and tutorials, and like I would love to be able to do that full time and just like kind of work on it, because that's something that I really enjoy, and creating Skillshare courses. Not sure if everyone's in the Discord or not, but I did create a Skillshare course recently on creating swords and shields for Unity. Well, it's really for, you know, game development in general. I didn't take you all the way through the Unity steps, but just in Blender. If you guys are curious about those courses, you can check out the links in the description. Of course, if you'd rather see the course on Udemy rather than Skillshare, there's a link for that too. Am I a software developer? Yes, Max. In my day job, I code in C# and Java, doing, you know, web development or business automations, depending on what I'm working on. So, like, I've for the last 8 months, I've been working on business automations, which are basically just, you know, desktop applications that either can run in the background or that help the financial people that I work with to get their stuff done faster. But now I'm back doing Java, so I'm doing web development again. The life of a contractor. Adorno, welcome to the stream, man. How you doing? Alright, let's kind of build up a mound here. That's a lot. Let's kind of take that down. But that should give us better thing. That kind of depends. Most of what I do is in the .NET framework. I would love to jump into Core, and I've actually I've sent out some resumes and applied for some jobs where I'd have to be working in .NET Core. But I've done 0 web development in .NET, and most all of the .NET jobs are like, we want .NET web development. And so even though I've done web development in Java and the languages are basically the same, I haven't heard a lot of callbacks. Do callbacks live? Nah. I think my mound was a little off. There we go. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I would love to be able to stop being a daily software developer and do Blender and Unity for game development and stuff. One day I'll stop working in the corporate culture. And I won't have to care. Won't have to care about, you know, the business that I work at and whatever they want done. I'll be able to work on what I want to do. That's the dream. That's the dream. That's the dream I'm working towards. It's why I'm writing a light novel. It's why I'm doing YouTube. It's why I've started teaching courses on Skillshare. Trying to make my company profitable so that I don't have to go to any other company anymore for money. There is a Blender game engine. Adorno, there definitely is. I'm not sure if it's launching with the default versions of Blender anymore. But in 2.79, there was a Blender game engine. Let's check. Do we got a no video editing, VFX? Nah. Okay. So they must not be shipping it with 2.83 anymore. But at one point in time, Blender 2.79 had the game engine. So. It looks like it got discontinued. Okay. That makes sense. Currently got a Thanos look going on right now. But we'll solve that. Get that out of there. Ah, okay. Okay. Yeah, don't worry, Adorno. I thought we basically we got you. We got you. Lady Thanos. Now there's a stream. I feel like that would be a Twitch stream though. And not a YouTube stream. Okay, let's get the draw brush out here. Oh, that's the wrong way those muscles go. Isn't Lady Thanos a real character? That is a great question, and I don't know the answer to that. I'm sure someone's done it. I don't know if it's like a... I don't know if it's a thing, but I'm sure somebody has done it. I'm actually not super big on paying attention with comics and junk. Like, I liked the Marvel movies, but I think I've maybe read one or two actual comics in my life. No, only Lady Death. Okay, that's what I thought. But let's gender bend Thanos and be the first. There you go, Rodeska. You can have that idea for your streams over on Twitch. Oh, what have I done? She's starting to look like a woman. Oh, man. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all, Rodeska. Guys, if you're in the Discord, take a look at what Rodeska just posted in general. I don't like that at all. That makes me feel super uncomfortable. Is she strong enough? Yeah, I don't know. Taraxia. Who is Taraxia? We're getting there. She definitely looks alien. She's looking alien for sure. But it is looking vaguely female, and I'm going to consider that a win. Well, thanks, Adorno. Just gonna smooth these out a little bit, and then I'm probably gonna be done with them. Gosh. Okay, Rodeska, why does she look middle-aged? What would I have to do to bring and you're the king of female anatomy. So why does she look middle-aged, and what would I have to do to make her look significantly more youthful in the face? Anybody else can chime in there too if you guys have a suggestion or an idea. Just gonna give Rodeska a minute to try to answer that question. It's a complex answer. Yep. Okay. On another topic, don't you guys just love getting rejection emails? Okay, so my question is, like, look at this. She looks middle-aged, right? So I don't want her to look middle-aged. I want her to look like 20s. So like she looks middle-aged. I want her to look like she's like early 20s. And I'm not sure what I need to adjust here to get her to drop 20 years off her face. So you'd say drop the corners of the mouth and make the tip of the nose a little bit wider and the nose shorter, and then widen the eyes. Okay. So drop the corners of the mouth like that. Also probably smooth that so that kind of disappears. And then make the tip of the nose wider. Got it. Vire Ideas, thanks for subscribing. Appreciate it. Welcome to the stream, by the way. All right, let's check out what Rodeska posted in the Discord. What do we got? Okay. Okay, I see what you mean. So using that, if we then kind of drop that, maybe bring these in a little bit. Okay, that's definitely, I feel like that's taken some of the age off. Oh. What if we raise the chin up a bit? and then try to smooth that out, so that way maybe smooth shading isn't causing us a problem. Oh. Okay, she does look younger already. Good suggestions. So Matt says, or Max says, usually when drawing young characters, their face has to be lower and their face needs to be closer together. Okay, so the fact that she's all like kind of widened out is what's giving her this. Okay. I see. Got it. Drop the corners of the mouth, make the tip of the nose wider, the nose shorter. Well, thank you, Rodeska. Appreciate that. So, Rodeska, when you say make the nose shorter, you mean like this way? Sorry. Where's my... Oh, they added new brushes. I'm gonna have to finish up that sculpting course. Where's my annotation? Yeah. So you mean like this way? Going up and down? That you mean by shorter? And if I make the nose shorter, should I then also drop the eyes down on the face? Like, should I... Okay, let's just try this, I guess. So if we just kind of take this and kind of shrink the head. Or maybe not. Maybe that's not what we want to do. Oh no, what happened? Okay. Also, the nose in general shouldn't be as large unless they're more towards the African ethnicity. Okay. The younger African females, the noses are as pronounced. Okay. Okay, so that kind of looks better. Hi, Mini World. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so we got the depth kind of good. Huh. Bring back those eyes. I should probably save. I've done all this work. That would suck if it just died on me. Excuse me for asking. Don't ever apologize for asking questions here. There's no problem with that. But don't I do a sketch first on paper? I mean, to the proportions and the style of what you're going to model. So here's the thing. Vire, that would be a great thing. It would be. And if I knew how to draw, I would probably do that. But the truth is, I don't know how to draw. And so I don't, I pull up reference images and I get like real people in my, over on my third monitor on the left. And I basically just kind of look at that and then try to sculpt it out. But I probably could benefit greatly from taking an anatomy course, like going to a community college or whatever, and taking a course on anatomy as well as life drawing, so that I know and learn how to draw. And that would probably help my sculpting significantly, just because I would understand proportions a little bit better. But as it stands, I'm working with what I got. And I don't have the time. I don't have the time right now to go do that. So maybe in the future. Maybe in the future. Okay, she does look younger. Definitely younger now. Will we try to, like, pop out some... Okay, how does he do it? So he... Shrink the nose. The top of the nose is wider. We made that change. Brought the nose in a little bit. Which helps it out there. Raf Grassetti has some amazing anatomy courses for really cheap on Gumroad. Huh. I'll have to keep that in mind. We give her some wider eyes. That also helps. But we have a weird... weird bit of skin there. Yeah, I would love to be able to have... If I had the money, I would probably do this every day. And you would see me on Twitch 4 days a week. And here 1 day a week. And I would be sculpting and character creating and animating, and I would be doing that all the time. If I had the money. Because I don't know, I just really love this. You know, not necessarily my work, but Blender and 3D art, and especially I think because I've never devoted the time to learning how to draw when I was younger. I just would get frustrated with it, and I was a perfectionist. I'm not anymore, but when I was a kid I was a perfectionist, and so if it looked terrible I was just like, screw it, I'm not good at art. But then I you know, I had to start learning it because I had to teach it a few years, like, before I became a software engineer. And I realized, like, oh, 3D art's really fun and I like it. All right, that looks better. Still not quite as young as I want to go. But I think it's time to leave that face alone for a minute and get back to sculpting something else. Maybe the hands or the body or something. So... get back over here. I think that's probably fine based on the images I've got as far as the torso. I think maybe pull that out just a bit. All right, now we gotta put some work in down here. So, switching some things up. It's all good, man. We're just taking a break real quick from the face. The lips are good. The nose is better. But she's still looking matronly. Oh, maybe that was because she had sunken cheeks. That's looking better. Okay. But yeah, now we're just working on the rest of it. So that does look significantly cuter from where we were. Okay, let's go back to get some Ronda Rousey shoulders. All right, now I haven't forgotten the fact that she doesn't have any hands right now, so we should probably work on that. And add her on here some hands. So let's switch over to our snake hook brush. You know what? No, we're not going to do that. We'll make hands the easier way. Actually, it kind of looks like Ronda Rousey a little bit. Like a little bit. Tiny bit. Tiny bit. Kind of looks like Ronda Rousey. Obviously, I still need to work on those muscles for the hand, but whatever. All right, so let's go ahead and create a new... Yeah, it doesn't. Hey, Indy, how you doing, man? Long time. It has been a while, dude. How have you been? Oh, it's okay, Rodeska. I figured that's what you meant. I figured that's what you meant. Okay. All right, let's create a hand here. So for that, we'll grab Speed Sculpt tools, and let's create a new skin object, which we can then... You know what? Let's turn that on. There we go. And that's going to be better. So we'll create the thumb here. Take that down just like that. What's the novel about? The light novel I'm working on? What's that about? It's a secret. For now. For now. I haven't really talked about it. I literally started writing it 2 days ago. This is the female character, the main female character that will be present in the light novel. She wields a war scythe. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be fantastic. I'm looking forward to it. My wife is actually the real writer in this relationship. Like getting a writing degree, have written a novel already. Like it was a fan fiction, but it was, you know, a novel. And then she's working on one that she's going to be publishing hopefully next month. So she's doing all the editing for it, but it's basically a standard fantasy novel. Like, because I love fantasy anime and fantasy style, and in general, there's like, you know, isekai anime where like the main character exists in our world, and I don't want to, you know, I don't want that type of adventure. I want it to be like a real fantasy setting. So I'm writing a fantasy novel that hopefully then I'll turn into, eventually, if I'm able to sell some copies and, you know, make some money, I'll turn it into a 3D animated series on my channel, and then we'll go through the light novel together. Overall, that's the big overall plan. So fantasy series about 3 adventurers who are just becoming adventurers, and who aren't, there's nothing really special about them or anything, but they're just going on adventures and experiencing a really cool world. That's the plan. That's where I'm headed. So yeah, that's the most I've talked about the book. There you go. Max, you just finished a 3D modeling project for school, but now you got another. On the bright side, you got an A-. Congratulations on getting an A-. You know what? That's probably better than I would have gotten for some of my work. So, well done. Well done. Yeah, Andy, I've been missing streaming, man, but I got a new job and I don't have the time that I used to have. So I really only stream once a week now over here. Okay, there's knuckle 1, and knuckle 2, and knuckle 3. Var, I didn't know you were a writer. Well, congrats on writing. Yeah, thanks. Do you write like novels or, you know, other like short stories, or what's your thing when you write? Andy, I am doing what I used to teach. I do software development now. I do corporate software development, which is, you know, soul sucking, but not as bad not at all as bad as teaching was. Teaching sucked. I loved teaching, but the side effect of teaching sucked, which was parents thinking their kids could do no wrong and kids not actually wanting to learn what I was trying to teach them, and that sucked. So, but yeah, now I do corporate software development for now, and we'll see how long that lasts. Because I actually technically own a company now for all this YouTube junk, and I've been creating Skillshare courses and doing teaching and selling stuff on Unity, and I've started turning some of these models, getting them ready to sell on like Blender Market or Turbo Squid or whatever. So I'm trying to find other avenue streams so that I can do more YouTube and art and streaming, and less have to go work for somebody else. ArcZeo, welcome to the stream, man. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. All right, so we can go ahead and just create another skin object here. Where's that mesh? There it is. You write mainly scripts for contests, and you're currently writing speculative episodes and sending them to TV networks to make a place for yourself. That's really cool, man. That's really cool. Okay, don't tell me you're like, you know, your current concept or whatever, in case you know it's picked up, but like what's been your favorite concept for a show, or like what's your favorite genre to write in? I know those can be kind of bigger questions that you might not want to text, you know, write out answers to, but I'm just curious. You are writing a medieval steampunk fantasy novel in Your Time book, and you send short stories to the Arcorsos, but you never won so far. Well, good luck, man. Good luck. I have faith in you. All right, so I think Okay, so we want to have basically that distance there. And let's rotate this. There we go. So, Fringe or Gravity Show or Gravity Falls, you would like to write for those shows. That's cool, man. That's cool. Definitely chase your dreams. Chase your dreams. Because you never know, they could actually come true. Actually, let's undo that. Take this a bit thinner. And now we can subdivide. Thanks, I'm very kind. I don't think so. But you're welcome.
He's not.
My wife just said I'm not. I'm not kind. Don't let this lovely beard fool you. All right, once I have this finger basically done. There we go. I think that's probably good. It's the Santa beard effect. Exactly. Exactly. You trust a man with a well-groomed beard. That's just like how it works. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to sculpt all this and everything, but I want to get oh, my words are kind. My wife would probably still disagree. But you got this. You got this. Don't listen to her. You don't know me in real life. I'll be kind to you through the computer. You need to learn to sculpt in Blender. Max, do I have a tutorial series for you? Check out my channel. It goes through all the most of the sculpting brushes and everything. And what they do and how to function. And then I've got a couple on like how to sculpt. Right now we're doing characters, but there's a couple of like... Oh, can you not hear the background music, Adorno? I know it's coming in a lot lower than it was before. I got a lot of complaints last week, or 2 weeks ago when we streamed, so I just raised up the volume. Should be able to hear it. Let me know if you can't. But yeah, Max, I've got a bunch of tutorials on the individual brushes so that you do, and then I've got a couple of like how to sculpt faces and bodies and other junk. All right, so then you just duplicate and duplicate and duplicate. And I messed up. Okay, so we got basically all of those there. The only thing left that I want to do is shrink it all down a bit. Oh, why am I in X-ray? Nope, I don't want to render things. Okay, so this should work. So let's grab this, and we're just going to add 5 booleans. Okay, and we want a union. That one. Okay, and then we can just apply those 3. And now we have a hand. Without music, it's hard, mainly when you're programming something. Yeah, I agree with that. That's why, like, last couple of weeks ago when people came in and were like, "Why do you have music on?" I was like, "Dude, how much sculpting do you expect me to be able to do without music?" But I think it's probably because Grant Abbott doesn't use music in his streams that okay, so we need this to be roughly the size of the face, which it is. So, cool. So, I think because he doesn't use music in his streams, people are just like expect that to be the case. All right, so here's what we'll do. We will go and grab another boolean. We'll do a union with the hand. Oh, nope. Union with the hand. Hit apply. And then we can come into sculpt mode here. Nope, sorry. Just with Ginge. We can go ahead and hide the hand. Put that under the backups. And these are eyes. There we go. Okay. And voila. We have the basics. You gotta hand it to me. I got this hand down. I kind of expect everyone to leave the stream after that. But it was worth it. The pun was worth it. Okay, now, for the greatest thing... Wait. No. What did they do with it? Oh, they... Man, why do devs always moving crap? Alright, positive X to negative X. Symmetrize. Boom. 2 hands. Never be ashamed of a good pun. I feel like that's how I live my life. But my wife, she used to like roll her eyes at my puns, and now she's gotten smarter. Because now she's trying to outpun me at almost every chance she can, and the tables have turned. Because now I roll my eyes at all of her puns. Like, I don't even make puns anymore because she started fighting back, and the puns I just couldn't keep up. She just had all day to think of new puns, and I just couldn't keep up. And I feel like I should, if I was a dad, I would have to give up my dad card for puns, but my wife's just better at puns. And that hurts to admit. That hurts to admit. But I am glad that in this community we can admit, you know, what we are inside. and not face extreme retribution. Gosh, I made this thumb way too long. Just bring this thumb down. Right about there should be good. Listen, Rodesca, we know. We know that I just open my mouth and insert my foot most of the time, but she probably didn't catch it. How many vertices does the mesh I'm using to sculpt have? Because you don't achieve that level of detail with that brush. So, right now I have 121,000 vertices, but if we tab into edit mode, you can see how they're kind of dispersed. They get real thick around the hand and not so thick in other places. And the reason for that is that when I sculpt, I'm using dynamic topology, which will generate mesh automatically based off the size of my brush because I have the detailing set to brush detail. Excuse me. Here, let me send you my, actually, if you Google it, you might end up with my video. But I'll drop a link. Maybe not. Huh. A lot of people come from to my channel from that video. Oh, not that one, sorry. Thinking of another one. Reference images. Tons of people come to my channel for that one. But I have a video on it, Varios. If you check out the sculpting tutorials on the sculpting playlist on my channel, you'll see a dynamic topology video which goes into extreme depth for what it is, how to use it, and all of the features therein. But if you're using Blender 2.83, you should know that some of those features got moved from under dynamic topology to over in the mirror section, which is dumb. But for the most part, everything you need to know right here is covered in that video. And she doesn't have to have super pretty hands. They're going to be in gloves most of the time anyway. Okay. Yeah, then in that case, 2.82, those all those settings and stuff should still be in the same exact place. feel like that's a little too blocky. Or maybe it's just that that is too... There we go. Okay, I probably need to do these feet. All right, I think that's pretty good. Kuda RT Gaming, hello, Sir Pinkbeard. Welcome to the stream, Kuda. I've been liking the stream so far. Is this going to be put on the YouTube channel afterwards? This will be really helpful for a follow along. Yeah, Kuda, all of my streams are saved. So, yeah, you're going to be able to watch this as soon as it's like the whole thing. As soon as I'm done streaming, it'll be live. Or at least it should be live. YouTube may have to process, but it should be up by tomorrow for sure. Sure. But yeah, thanks for stopping by and hanging out. I think that's good. Because I could get in there and do some individual well, I definitely need to fix these hands. Like it's not, I'm not 100% satisfied. But for my very first female character, I think I've done a pretty good job. Yeah, the face is still, the face is a little not as cute as I wanted it to be, but Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Yeah, the shoulders are a little masculine, but she's going to wield a two-handed scythe, and so I imagine her shoulders are going to be, you know, pretty strong because they're just going to be swinging that scythe around. So having more muscular shoulders to me makes sense, and I'm okay with it. Plus, she's going to be under armor the whole time anyways, so like this is really more about what muscles would she have developed as swinging around a scythe in battle. She'd have, you know, pretty decent chest and shoulder muscles. Her biceps would be decently large. Her legs are probably fine the way that they are, because she doesn't, at least right off the bat, she doesn't have super heavy armor, so she's not carrying any real additional weight. And, you know, as long as she's thick, 1 cow bacon. I don't know. That's not super thick, but it's definitely on the lower end of thickness, I think. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know really where the classification for thick ends. And where, like on either side of the spectrum, you know? Are they thick or are they obese? You know, it's kind of a... Probably should have spent more time on these fingers before I just attached them and tried to sculpt them in. Oh well. Things you learn. Welcome to the stream, 1 cow bacon. What a way to enter. 1 cow, this is a model for an animation that I've got planned. It's actually... Well, I had planned to make her the main female character for a light novel that I'm writing, and then ultimately that my plan was to eventually then animate said light novel in 3D space. So this is my character for that. Oh yeah, definitely she's not a stripper. She's gonna have tons of armor. It's based off the it's gonna be kind of based off the like the image that you guys saw on the word I'm looking for is thumbnail for the stream. but it's only going to be loosely based off that. All right, let's get back focused on the hand here, because I really do need to work on this hand and get it all squared away. Okay. I'm actually pretty good with that. I think the character base mesh is good. Her hands are going to be in gloves, so the glove topology, and that looks, most of the time her hands will be in gloves. So that'll probably be more important than like continuing to fix up her fingers. And most of the time she'll be in boots. So in fact, I don't actually have any like plans for her to ever not be in boots. And if there were a plan, because it's a light novel, so if there were like an Onsen episode, because that's got to happen apparently. That's uncalled for. So if that were to happen, she probably wouldn't be, her feet probably wouldn't be seen. So it's okay. More than likely. Okay, so let's see. How long have we been live? We have been live for roughly 2 hours and 45 minutes. And I've got a pretty solid base mesh for my female warrior. And the first one I'd ever done. So I think all in all, that's a pretty big success. Pretty big success. Now I've got to start working on armor and clothing and figure out exactly how she's going to be dressed. And so when we come back to this character, and we will come back to this character on a live stream, we will probably be doing clothing and or retopology and hairstyling or whatever. So we'll be back on this character in the not too distant future. I don't want to guarantee I'm going to stream on Saturday, but if we do stream on Tuesday next week, which we should because that's my normal streaming day, if you guys are sticking around, then I should be back next Tuesday and we can continue working on this character. I might do some retopo outside of the stream though, so that way, because that's kind of a boring thing to watch. But hairstyles or clothing, maybe some weapon modeling, depending on how much time we have, for sure, next Tuesday. And then we get to start working on the next character, which is another male character based off a friend of mine from high school. So it's going to be really fun. Nice beer mug, worthy of a Viking. Thank you. Thank you. I quite like it. The only downside is that it condensates. It condensates really well. Or really badly, I suppose, is the correct term. All right, real quick, let's just symmetrize this one more time. Make sure everything on the left or on the right is matched up to on the left. And then let's do a remesh. Let me save real quick. And let's do a remesh. Let's see. Do you have to be out of dynamic topology in order to remesh? You do. Okay. Smooth the normals. Remesh. I don't like that. Preserve volume. There we go. Remesh that. That's not too bad. But I'm not going to do that. We'll keep it with dynamic topology. We'll remesh it on our own. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. It has been a blast. I will for sure see you guys next Tuesday. But maybe we'll stream again sometime this week because we didn't stream last week. So, adios. Until next week, have a good one.